Take a deep breath with me for a moment, not a rush breath, not the kind you take when you're distracted, a real breath, because what I'm about to share with you is not something you just listen to. It's something you allow to enter you, to shift you, to awaken something that may have been quiet for too long. Tonight, we are not just talking about success. We are talking about identity. We are talking about energy. We are talking about the invisible forces that shape visible results. And most importantly, we are talking about you. You attract opportunities by how you think and how you speak. This is not just motivation. This is truth. This is psychology. This is energy. This is the law of alignment and action. Because every thought you repeat, every word you choose, every belief you hold about yourself is quietly building your reality. Let me ask you something honestly. How do you speak to yourself when no one is around? When you make a mistake, when something doesn't go your way? When you look in the mirror, what do you say? Do you uplift yourself or do you quietly tear yourself down? Because the world is not just responding to what you say out loud. It's responding to the silent conversations happening within you. For women, this becomes even more powerful because a woman doesn't just experience life on the surface. She experiences it in depth emotionally, energetically, intuitively. She feels things before they are explained. She senses things before they are visible. And that emotional depth is not weakness. It is intelligence in a different form. But here is where the misunderstanding begins. Society has spent years, decades, even centuries, trying to define what a woman should be. Be strong, but not too strong. Be kind, but don't be naive. Be confident, but don't be intimidating. Be emotional, but not too emotional. So what happens? A woman starts dividing herself. She starts questioning her natural instincts. She starts filtering her thoughts, editing her words, silencing parts of herself just to be accepted. And slowly she disconnects from her true power. But listen to me carefully. There is nothing wrong with your depth. There is nothing wrong with your sensitivity. There is nothing wrong with your emotional world. The problem is not who you are. The problem is the story you've been told about who you are. Because when you believe, I'm too emotional, you start suppressing your truth. When you believe, I'm too emotional, you start suppressing your truth. When you believe, I'm not strong enough, you stop taking up space. When you believe I need approval, you begin to live a life that isn't truly yours. And here's the most important part. Your thoughts create your identity, and your identity attracts your life. So if your thoughts are rooted in doubt, your life will reflect hesitation. If your thoughts are rooted in fear, your life will reflect limitation. But if your thoughts are rooted in belief, your life begins to expand. Now let's talk about something incredibly powerful. Feminine energy, not the version the world has tried to label. Not something weak, not something passive, but something magnetic, something deeply influential, something that doesn't chase, but attracts. Feminine energy is not about forcing things to happen. It's about becoming the kind of person things naturally happen for. It's about presence. It's about awareness. It's about emotional intelligence. It's about understanding that your energy speaks before your words ever do. Have you ever walked into a room and felt someone's presence without them saying anything? That's energy. That's alignment. That's power without noise. And that power exists within you. But it only activates when your thoughts and your words begin to align with your truth. Let's go deeper, because this is where transformation begins. Your brain is constantly listening to you. Every word you speak, every sentence you repeat becomes a command. So when you say, I can't do this, your mind looks for reasons to prove you right. When you say, I'm not good enough, your behavior starts matching that belief. But when you say, I am learning, I am growing, I am capable, something shifts. Not instantly, but consistently. Confidence is built in repetition, not perfection. You don't wake up one day and suddenly feel ready. You become ready by choosing yourself again and again, even when it feels uncomfortable. And this is especially important for women because many women are taught to wait. Wait to be chosen, wait to be validated, wait to be ready. But powerful women don't wait, they decide. They decide to trust themselves. They decide to speak even when their voice shakes. They decide to show up even when they feel uncertain. And that decision changes everything. Let's talk about emotional depth again, because this is one of your greatest gifts. A woman can feel what others ignore. She can sense truth beneath words. She can connect to people in a way that creates real impact, but only if she trusts that ability. If you constantly doubt your emotions, you disconnect from your intuition. If you constantly suppress your feelings, you lose access to your inner guidance. And then You start looking outside for answers that already exist within you. But here's the truth. Your emotions are not there to control you. They are there to inform you. They are signals. They are messages. 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 She understands them. She processes them. And then she moves forward with clarity. That is strength, not the absence of emotion, but the mastery of it. Now let's talk about your voice, because your voice is not just communication, it is creation. Every time you speak, you are shaping your identity. You are reinforcing your beliefs. You are influencing your environment. So the question becomes, are your words building you or breaking you? Do you speak with certainty or hesitation? Do you express your truth or hide behind comfort? Do you uplift yourself or constantly criticize yourself? Because your words carry energy, and that energy attracts matching experiences. Let me give you a powerful line to remember. Speak the life you want, even before you fully see it, because when you start speaking with intention, your mind begins to align with that vision. Your actions begin to follow, and your life begins to shift. Now, I want you to imagine something. Close your eyes for a moment and picture the version of yourself you want to become. Not the version shaped by fear, not the version limited by doubt, but the version that is confident, grounded, expressive, aligned. How does she think? How does she speak? How does she walk into a room? Because that version of you already exists. She is not someone you have to create. She is someone you have to uncover. And the way you uncover her is by changing the way you think and the way you speak. Every single day, there will be moments where it feels uncomfortable. Moments where your old patterns try to pull you back. Moments where doubt whispers louder than belief, but that's part of the process. Growth is not comfortable. Transformation is not easy, but it is worth it. Because on the other side of that discomfort is freedom, freedom to be yourself, freedom to express your truth, freedom to live a life that actually reflects who you are. And let's be clear about something. You are not here to fit into someone else's expectations. You are not here to shrink your voice. You are not here to dim your light. You are here to expand, to evolve, to rise into your fullest expression. And yes, there will be people who misunderstand you. There will be people who feel uncomfortable with your growth. There will be people who try to place you back into the version of you they are familiar with. But Lie, stand to me, you are not responsible for staying the same just to make others comfortable. You are responsible for becoming who you are meant to be, and that requires courage. Courage to think differently, courage to speak differently, courage to believe in yourself, even when it feels unfamiliar. Let me give you another powerful truth. You don't attract opportunities by chasing them. You attract opportunities by becoming aligned with them. When your thoughts reflect confidence, when your words reflect clarity, when your energy reflects belief, opportunities recognize you. People feel it. Rooms respond to it. Conversations shift because of it. Because energy is louder than words, and alignment is more powerful than effort alone. So stop asking, why is nothing happening for me? And start asking, who do I need to become to attract what I want? Because everything changes when you shift that question. Now, as we come toward the end of this journey together, I want you to remember this. You are not too emotional. You are not too sensitive. You are not too much. You are deep. You are aware. You are powerful in ways that cannot always be seen, but can always be felt. And when you begin to honor that, instead of hiding it, everything begins to align. So walk differently from this moment. Speak differently from this moment. Think differently from this moment. Choose words that build you. Choose thoughts that expand you. Choose beliefs that empower you. And every single day, remind yourself, I am becoming the person who attracts the life I desire. Because you are, with every thought, with every word, with every decision. And one day you will look back and realize that the moment you changed your thinking, the moment you changed your voice, was the moment your entire life began to change. So step into your power, own your voice, trust your depth, and never forget this. You don't just attract opportunities, you become the energy that creates them. And when you truly understand that, there is nothing in this world that can stop you. Nothing.